game, never for the love of money.
Bars, C5, just incredible. Hunger flows.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got CeeDee Lamb. He wouldn't mind a repeat of last week's performance. Over 190 yards receiving. It's the Cowboys and the Giants. And it's coming up next.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants.
Well, down on the field, they're all thinking the same thing that they do every week, Charles. All the work, all the preparation over the past week, it all leads up to these next 4 quarters.
It's suspenseful now, Brandon, but once that ball is kicked, that ball will go out the window. From then on, it's just time to execute and fight for a win.
Set for football now at AT&T Stadium. Brandon Aubrey has the honors, and we are underway here in Arlington. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The Giants ready to go now on offense, and under center is the man in possession of a new contract for 2023 and beyond. In his 5th season now, Daniel Jones.
Playing for his Giants career, Jones' best season as a starter didn't come with huge numbers as a passer. He was just the guy his team needed him to be, someone who could threaten the defense throwing it, and especially as a runner.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 90 yards.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll go to Barkley again.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. You look at this Cowboy defense.
They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down. Now Jones. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Third down and 13.
Throwing Jones.
That is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So the Cowboys ready to go on offense for the first time, and it is their now 30-year-old quarterback, Dak Prescott, who leads the way.
I loved our discussion this week. You know, we had our weekly phone call to talk about our game coming up, and we had to reflect on the fact that he won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award last week, yet his team lost. You don't see that very often.
No, I know a lot of people dislike that, but when you look at the numbers across the conference from last week, he was clearly the best. So I say the award goes to him, and it did.
Yeah, I agree with you totally. He was so good, they just couldn't ignore it.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week. 12 carries, 51 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did it.
Oh, now some trickery. They fake the spike. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often. But it doesn't work out. You talk about this giant defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. Loose inside the 30. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. 4th down conversion plays. You usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. For about a very strong gain of 24. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Pollard is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. This is 3rd and goal, and this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. Throwing, Prescott toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Prescott. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Aubrey good with the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt.
And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. Across midfield, Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Now Cade York for the extra point.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. 2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys.
And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
A gain there of 21 yards. That's his first catch of the game and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down.
And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter.
7-7, our score after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On play action, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this 1st half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game. And I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much.
North salad.
Looking to throw. Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch.
Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Jones and Shepard with a connection there for Giants first down.
Barkley inside handoff. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 45 on second down, Jones
has this complete to Daniel Bellinger.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It's not frugal about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receiver as he brings out this offense.
We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a third person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while because I don't know that their talents are his because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good.
Now a 2nd and 10.
46. 47.
Prescott off play action. Flushed out right. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Pollard going to try the right side.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down and inside the 40.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Prescott to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
The Cowboys at 5-3 now on the year. They coming off the loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple of months, CD. 5 wins in their last 8 games.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better 1 play here, 1 play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They'll run for it with Pollard. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Jones now on 1st and 10. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown. Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Giants have come back to make it a 2-point game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
And we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go around. 2nd and 10. Play action now. Prescott. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone structure here, because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
And again, it's Prescott. His throw incomplete. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Cowboys winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here back home in Arlington. Now Prescott. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Giants are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees, because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
There goes Sterling Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.